Hello and welcome to the DIY Investing Podcast. My name is Trey Henniger and I'm your host. My wife and I recently welcomed our first child into the family, so I am currently on paternity leave. My primary priority right now is to spend some time with the newest member of our family and take care of my wife. Therefore, today's episode will be short and focused. I'll have a few episodes like this over the next month or so where my goal is to impart some investing knowledge in 5 minutes or less. In today's episode, I want to discuss a mental model called addition through subtraction. The addition through subtraction mental model was first introduced to me by Joshua Kennan on his blog, joshuakennan.com. I will have a link to this mental model blog post in the show notes. The key aspect here is that when he discusses in this blog post is really about the idea that in order to improve your life, or in order to improve aspects of your business, in order to improve the things that you're trying to achieve, you don't always have to add things. Sometimes you can subtract things and make things better. The common misconception that we tend to have in modern society is that the way to improve is to always do more stuff, buy more things, take more action, be more efficient, be more aggressive, be more assertive. All of these things require adding additional work, additional effort, additional stress. The simplicity of this mental model is that you can improve your life and you can improve aspects of business by removing things as well. So that's the idea, addition through subtraction. So what I want you to think about today is that you can improve aspects of your life, whether it's personal finances or your investing process, by removing things instead of always trying to add things. With personal finances, you can remove stuff you're trying to spend money on. With your investing process, you could remove parts of it that maybe aren't adding as much value as you would otherwise think. Or removing companies that are potentially diluting the returns of your portfolio. You see, companies can do this as well. Apple is a great example of a company that has used and leveraged the mental model addition by subtraction. If you have a smartphone, you're probably aware of this history. Apple improved the smartphone by removing the physical keyboard that was common at the time during the middle of the 2000s. The BlackBerry had a physical keyboard. When they removed it, Apple created the modern smartphone, which they introduced as the iPhone, and it became an immediate success. This required thinking outside of the box, and instead of trying to make the product better by adding additional components, they removed the ones that limited the interactivity of the device. So the challenge for you today is to think about what is preventing you from achieving your goals. What actions are you taking? What distractions are you allowing into your life? And what investments do you currently own that are limiting your ability to achieve success? In summary, when trying to improve, don't always focus on adding things to your life or adding steps to your investing process. Spend time trying to identify and remove pieces that are slowing you down or preventing you from achieving your goals. I have 2 calls of action for you today, one for you and one for me. First, for you, take out a notebook or Word document. Write a list of everything that you can think of that is preventing you from achieving your goals. This can focus on whatever part of your life that you want. If it's investing, identify the weaknesses of your investing process. If it's personal finance, what are you spending money on that you can eliminate and potentially save money? Whatever your goals, make a list and start allowing addition through subtraction to work for you in your life. Second, as I'm doing with each of these paternity show podcasts, I want to have a piece in here as a call to action where you can help me. It is my hope that taking some paternity leave for my new baby won't threaten the success of this podcast. So how can you help me today? Pick your favorite episode of my podcast and share it with one of your friends or family members. Talk to them in person, send them an email, or share it through text. I would really appreciate your support. Thank you for listening to this podcast, and until next time, stop paying fees, start building wealth. The DIY Investing Podcast is presented for general informational and entertainment purposes only. I have not considered your specific situation or risk profile, and I have not provided investment advice. The information presented on the DIY Investing Podcast should not be construed as investment advice. The views and opinions expressed on the DIY Investing Podcast are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect those of the show's host or sponsors. DIY Investing, its producers, sponsors, and host, Trey Henniger, shall not be liable for losses resulting from investment decisions based upon information or viewpoints presented on the DIY Investing Podcast.